888-835-2235. All right. And before we kick this off, let me just remind you that you need to be visiting the website on the regular, on the daily, multiple times on the daily if you can, because there's some really great deals out there. You'll get a really, you'll get an interesting little introduction to who we are and how we do things. You can check out all of our great ratings on Google, on Trustpilot. You can learn more about our Your Purchase Feeds program. Yeah, we have this crazy thing. We had this crazy inspiration. What can we do good in this old world? And the answer finally came, let's see if we can make a dent in childhood hunger. Our home office, of course, is in Jaipur, and there's a tremendous need there to get kiddos into school. Unfortunately, if a family is struggling and they are just struggling on the daily, they're just struggling to survive, they'll take kids and put them to work. Menial labor, maybe simply something just begging on the streets. But there's an interesting thing that happens in that arrangement. When kids can go to school, and at school they get a nutritious meal, somehow the kids get to school, because now that burden of feeding that kiddo has been taken off of them. And in the process of relieving the family of having to wonder about their next meal is coming from, they go from a big question mark to a sure thing. And that's what we do. Every item that goes out of our warehouse allows us to provide a meal for a hungry kiddo. We also partner with organizations right here in the U.S. that help out individual neighborhoods as they need as well. So it's really a wonderful thing. And that is something that is our give back. That's our corporate give back. We're not asking you to donate extra, round up, throw in your loose change. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but remember, when you go into an organization and you donate and you round up, then that organization is just holding on to your generous donation, and then they donate it when they get an amount. And sometimes they'll have a fundraiser. We're trying to raise $50,000, whatever it is. We donate out of our corporate budget every single time an item goes out of the warehouse. Yeah. So thank you for that. Thank you for allowing us to keep that written permanently into our budget in ink. It doesn't change. It doesn't erase. It doesn't go away. And that commitment, meal by meal by meal, item by item, day by day, as a shopping audience in the U.S., over 56 million meals. Globally, with our 2 audiences in the UK and now 1 audience in Germany, globally, home shopping customers have graciously given us the privilege and the honor of donating over 100 million meals and counting. So thank you very much for that. You can find out all the details at shoplc.com. Please, before we get started, take a moment and make sure your payment information is all up to date. I just had that thing the other day. I went to sit down and watch, episode 4 of Untamed, and clicked the button, and it said, "There's a problem," and I had to update my payment method because my card had expired. This is not the season to have an unexpired card. So please make sure your payment method is all up to date so you can make sure that your ordering process is as seamless as possible. And again, that personal shopper number, 888-835-2237. 835-2237. So thank you very much. All right. We are going to talk about one of the most amazing colors of tourmaline that I've seen come along in a long, long time. It's a very rare color. It's a very unusual color. And as far as tourmaline goes, it's a very rich color. And I don't mean that in the sense, I do mean that in the sense visually, because you buy a colored stone, first and last choice is, I like the color of that one, which is a very valid thing. You are attracted to a particular color. But when you're talking about gemstones and color, not only is it the first and last thing that we're very often attracted to, but it's the biggest value factor as well. It's a lot more difficult to think about colored stones and the color palettes because every gemstone, every family of gemstones are uniquely different. So there's always a range of what the potential is for the color of that gemstone. A dark, dark, dark ruby red, a beautiful Kanchanaburi sapphire, maybe a lighter cashmere, a lighter Ceylon sapphire. Color is an issue, and it's always a driving factor in determining the ultimate value. So when you're talking about these tourmalines, The deep royal, the deep sort of teal green that they have is just exquisite. And it really is a standout. There's not many colors. There are not many, there's no other color like this. Some people say, well, it sort of looks like Granddaddy, right? Well, doesn't have that silvery cast to it. And also you're going to see that there's a depth of color to these tourmalines and a clarity in a gemstone that frequently shows up with lots of high visible details. There's a clarity to these stones that is just world class. So come on in, my friends. We're going to be talking about some beautiful tourmalines, and many of these are going to be set in platinum. I'm looking back and forth at the collection. It looks like most of these are going to be appraised as well. So we're going to include the grading report and the appraisal as well, which is an instant upgrade of several $100, because, you know, you don't get grading reports and appraisals for free. Somebody has to sit down. That's their wheelhouse of expertise, and they have to do those things, those tasks for you. And we're giving you a major head start by including those two things for free. In addition to that, when you check out, make sure you type in the code LIVE25 and earn an instant 25% savings on every single item. Those savings are good for 48 hours. Then they'll go back to our regular website prices. But when you make your first payment, you lock in your LIVE25 savings, and you also lock in the savings on every one of the 5 budget payments. So that's a really great deal. So let's get you started. Tourmaline has been called the gemstone of 1,000 colors. And it's true. I mean, there are certain nuances to tourmaline that you don't really get in any other gemstone family. But when you talk about the extreme, the fringe edges, where you just don't get super rich colors, or you get colors that are very hard to find, or you get colors that are not the typical range of colors, that's where we land on these today. So let's look at the first item, Shop 1, and it's going to be a gorgeous classic trilogy design. Oh my gosh, what a great color. This one is going to be set in platinum. We'll look at the details on the big screen as well. But this one is, let me just tell you, it's appraised at $11,500. Okay, $11,500. And you've got Lagoon Blue tourmalines. And the color on this, it's not an emerald green and it's not a sapphire blue, but it's a gorgeous blending of those two elements. And gosh, that is top level, top gem quality, quad A, Purino Lagoon Tourmaline. The mine there, the Purino mine, there have been throughout history several mines that produce just a world-class color or quality. Sleeping Beauty turquoise, it produces the best that we've ever seen. When you're talking about pink diamonds, of course, you're probably thinking about the Argyle pink diamonds from Western Australia. When you're talking about emeralds, many of you are thinking Colombian emeralds, or maybe you're thinking some of the African stones as well. There are world-class colors in every gemstone family. A Santa Maria aquamarine, okay? I could go on and on and on. But the Purino stones are noted for that gorgeous color. It's intense. It's saturated. It looks almost like a beautiful teal color. And when you look at these, you almost never, ever see any eye visible inclusions, and that's a big deal. Tourmaline grows in long columns, and they are filled with all sorts of little interesting details, which we call inclusions. Those inclusions are the way that Mother Nature signs the creation of each different gemstone. The pattern, the quantity, the variety, the identification of each one of those types of inclusions is particular to each gemstone. Remember, we're starting out at $11,500. Your clearance price on this one, we only have 4. It's set in platinum with some remarkable diamonds on the side, beautiful trillion cuts on either side, by the way. The center stone, and I'm going to read straight from the card because you're going to get this card. The center stone is 2.77 carats. Now, it says it's an octagon, and it does have 8 sides, but in the industry, many folks would just call that an emerald cut. Both terms are acceptable. So if you want to call it an octagon or an emerald cut or an octagonal emerald cut, it's got 8 beautiful sides with cut corners, and it's just so sophisticated. Now, you've got two diamonds on either side, and they're trillion cuts. They're going to be E, F, and VS in color. And that's because those are the quality of diamonds that we include in our Rhapsody. Our Rhapsody line is an in-house brand that is designed to most assuredly compete with any luxury retailer you would find anywhere, any nook, any cranny, any mall, any store. This is by far, set in platinum, a luxury item. I'm going to show you the profile so you can see it's not a super tall setting, but it's extremely wearable. Many bridal pieces in today's world feature not diamonds, That's okay. But an everyday price for Shop LC is around $4,600, $45.99.99. Not today. This one's on clearance for the last 4 remaining. So let's get you down to your live stream 25 savings. So when we look at that price, okay. Oh, hold on. Your live 25 savings today, that one little phrase, live 25, is going to take off $1,035. Yes, $1,035. You get that savings, you lock in that savings, and you get the appraisal report and the grading report. Both big, big deals. Now, you're saving $1,035. Let's massage that price to reflect that savings. So you've got, now the price has gone absolutely crashing down to $3,105. Okay. And then if you would like to, your choice, your call, your preference, you can do that. Your budget pay goes down to $621. And you still get the legacy card, which is just a summary of Rhapsody. So you know what the brand is, but you also get the grading report as well. $621 for almost 3 carats of beautiful Lagoon Tourmaline. And this is a color that is legendary. You know, when you talk about single source, you talk about things like tanzanite or argillite, one source for that particular item, and it's done. Tourmalines happen to occur in many different places. And that's why the Lagoon mine is so remarkable, because it produces something that other mines just do not produce on the regular. Now, keep in mind, tourmaline is a very abundant material. But when you take it to the level of being eye clean, when you take it to the level of being a very unique and precious color, then you're talking about rare and exotic and wonderful and collectible on a whole other level. $621. This one is going to be Shop 1. The way that you get more information about this, you go down below in the comments and you type Shop 1. You hit send. The Shop LC website will send you a link specifically for this item. You can go straight back to it and get all the details. And not only will you get all the details, but you'll see, every single thing, the trillium cut diamonds, the way that they're set. You'll see PT 950. So these are platinum bands, my friend, 950 parts platinum. So beautiful design and exquisite resolution all the way around. These stones don't come in big parcels, and I'm sure that our design team just goes to great lengths to make sure that you get a genuine luxury experience on every single one of these. So Shop 1 will get you all the details. You'll see this photo and many other. There's a complete photo album of the piece online for every single one. Don't wait around on this one. Your budget pay before the live stream 25 was $828, and with the live 25, it goes down to $621. That's over $200 in savings on every single one of those budget pays. Now, you're not locked in. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee, a 30-day money-back, no questions asked guarantee. And that is your soft place to land. If you're brand new to thinking about, I can actually own a luxury item. Your appraisal comes right along with it. And the appraisal is $11,500. Can we see the certificate on the some of the items now? We've got a link to the certificate so that you can literally see it online. And that's a new thing that we've added. So
I'm seeing it on here.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Yeah. But you get the appraisal report, $11,500. That's huge. That's huge. Now, that's kind of a middle of the road value. There are some luxury retailers. Remember, this is not an item that has like a window sticker. It's an MSRP. You can go to this lot, look at that one, look at that one. When you're talking about luxury top tier gemstones like this, they are all going to be a one of a kind piece. Even the stones within each parcel, as far as I'm concerned, are all one of a kind pieces. So yeah. From an appraised value of $11,500. Now, let's see. Okay, the appraisal is dated June of 2024. So considering the current market value of platinum, you might want to go back and get that appraised again. Now, that's if you just want to add it to your homeowners and put it on your hand and go with it. Oh my gosh, perfectly appropriate. But Remember, that appraisal is already about pretty close to 18 months old. So good review period is like 18 to 24 months for having everything looked at and revalued. All right, thanks everybody. Shop one. Type that below. Shop LC website. We'll send you back a link, and you can do your shopping with a full look and feel online as well. Hey, if you'd like to send me a shout out, I'd love to hear from you. You can watch the live streams now on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. There's a separate time. There's a separate time every day for the TikTok shop, so we're including that as well. But do not wait on these pieces, my friend. These are all very unique and very beautiful pieces. All right, item number 2, we're still going to keep it classic. We're still going to keep it elegant, but we're going to put it in 14 karat gold, all right? Now, I said it at the top of the hour, but gold right now is doing all sorts of things in the marketplace. It is not an inexpensive proposition when you're looking at gold in today's marketplace. This one is set in 14 karat white gold, which right away is a challenge because white gold, you have to add different types of metals to the gold in order to make it appear white. Sometimes it's nickel. There's going to be silver added. It depends on the particular alloy. But many people prefer it actually. Okay, it's beautiful. Now, you're at $23.77. This mounting is, let's see, the mounting is going to be, I apologize, I do not have the weight of the mounting. Let's see. Hold on. Total trim weight 2.7. And now I'm going to guesstimate that the mounting is going to be 3 grams. Okay, maybe probably a little bit heavier, but I'm going to be conservative and say 3 grams. Okay. You're going to notice that there's a classic style on this, and not only is there a halo that surrounds that emerald cut, that octagon, but it's got 2.17 carats total. Now, most of the carat weight is in the tourmaline. So you've got 1.7 carats, and then you come back in with about half carat of diamonds, which are beautiful. The grading report says, that they are full cut diamonds. So you actually have 57 facets on every single one of those diamonds. Talk about Sparkle City. Yes, you are. But here's the thing. The appraisal report is the retail estimated, and we're going to estimate it at luxury retail because that's what these stones deserve. This is not an everyday walk into any store and find these stones. Maybe you'll walk into a store, average retailer, and find, I don't know, middle of the road tourmaline. In some cases, tourmalines are not part of the regular lineup at all. And when you're talking about tourmalines as a top tier gemstone, forget about it. You just forget about it. Clearance price on this one on the Shop LC website is $23.79. Now, we had it at $27.99. It's all the way down to $23.79. We have 4 of these. These are in 14 karat white gold. Right hand, left hand, everyday or bridal, anywhere in between. This is a beautifully appropriate ring. Your price on this one today is not the clearance price of $23.79. Let's talk about live stream savings, my friend. That's where it's all about. Type in the code LIVE25 and get ready to save $595. Yes, you did. $595 is the savings. That brings it down to $1785. Then, if once and done, listen, if you've got a great deal on your payment card where you know that it's no interest to you, there's never any interest if you wanted to do budget pay. We have 5 budget pays on the table if you want to take advantage of that. Here's what that $1785 looks like when you do 5 budget pays. It goes on to $357. Yeah, $357. 5 interest-free budget pays. You make the first payment today, 2 things happen. We ship it out to you, and you've got 30 days. I love that because now you've got time on top of time on top of savings, and all that is just icing on the cupcake of value. It really is gorgeous. The grading report estimates conservatively $6,500 on the appraisal. And this one is May of 2025, so current on that. Although the price of gold has changed dramatically in the last 6 months, I must say. The price of gold has just Did you blink? Did you sleep? Did you inhale? Did you exhale? The price of gold has just changed. That's what's happening in the gold market. All right, 4 of those to go around. So congratulations if you're getting in on that. Well done. Beautiful piece. And we are going to be moving on. That one is shop 2. If you want to take advantage of that budget pay of $357, there's no credit check, no forms to fill out. You just simply choose that as your option at the checkout. Now, we also have something called Secure Shield. And Secure Shield is a little bit of an insurance policy. So the details of that are available online. If you want to add that when you check out, you can easily do that. So you're saving enough on this one that any of these, if you added Secure Shield for an additional 2 years of warranty, might be something to consider, especially if it's something you want to wear every single day. And you could. These are beautiful pieces, easily part of an everyday jewelry wardrobe. All right, moving and grooving, my friends. We've got a gorgeous oval coming up next. This one also has a beautiful halo, but it's cut in an oval design. And this one is a quad A pure new tourmaline with that beautiful lagoon blue. It's an oval shape. It's a non-calibrated stone, which means the gemstone cutter, which I call the lapidary artisan. Gemstone cutter is more than a person who just slaps a few facets on. You know, they have to understand not only the nature of the stone, but they have to know how and where to put the facets, what the facet pattern should look like in order to release not only the beautiful color of each gemstone, but to add that beautiful sparkle that comes from every single facet. Now, the center stone is going to be 1.08 carats. You've got a classic diamond halo. This is set in 950 platinum. So yes, hello to the halo right there. Your price every day at Shop LC would be about $22.99.99. But that does not take into consideration all of you savvy live stream shoppers and savers, I might add. Its estimated retail on this is about $10,500. $10,500. And remember, you could walk into any luxury store anywhere, and I don't even know if you would see this variety of tourmaline. I mean, this is going to be a very unusual variety of tourmaline, and it's very much treasured for its intensity of color and also the brightness of that deep color and the beautiful clarity that you get with these as well. Let's talk savings. All right, $22.99.99. Your live stream savings is going to save you $575. That's a big deal. I love that. That means it goes down to $17.85, and your budget pay is $345. $345. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. That's going to be less than $11 a day. And remember, we're talking 5 months. So if you can figure out how to finesse your budget, massage those numbers a little bit to get to about $11 a day, a little bit less than that, you own this for a lifetime. A lifetime. I'm not the only shopper out there that really keeps a keen eye out and looks for really remarkable deals, because this is the season of deals. When you're, especially in this industry, this is the season when you want to start looking around. Now, we're talking about 7 pieces, so a very limited engagement. And if these are all gone by Black Friday, they're all spoken for. We make these. We source the stones. The faceting on these are absolutely gorgeous. We're lucky enough to partner with gem hunters like Tony Denise, who understands this business, decades in this business. Not only does he understand the stones, and he has contacts with many mines around the world as well, but he started in this industry as a gemstone slicer. That's the person that makes the first cut in the crystal just to prepare the stone for the master cutter who comes in and puts all the finesse and sparkle in the final finished piece. Now, his talent is well beyond just being a slicer right now, but I want you to understand that he's a gentleman. He's a bootstrap story, and that's why I love it. He's a bootstrap guy who just said, this is something I'm going to learn. He didn't get into this business because he didn't follow in anybody's footsteps. He literally blazed his own trail. So when we have his skill and expertise, especially in sourcing stones like this, it's a huge deal. So I hope you'll get him home. If you see something that really makes your heart kind of skip a beat, that's your instinct telling you, oh, get that home. Get it home. All right, get that one home. Personal shoppers can help you out with questions or shipping or payment options. Everything we have in the show today is going to ship for free as well. 888-835-2237. for the personal shopper is 888-835-2237. So thank you very much. That one is going to be shop 3. You type that into the comment section below. You will be communicating directly with the Shop LC website. We'll send you back a link to that particular item, and you can enjoy looking at all of the photographs and all the details. Lots and lots of details. What are the size of the stone? How many of them are there? What are the shapes? What's the total carat weight? So you'll find a full description for every single piece. Let me put these back in order so they're a little bit easier to see. All right, shop 3. Thank you guys for getting in on that. I said it 950 platinum. All right, set in 950 platinum. Okay, I'm going to mark that one off the list, that one off the list, that one off the list. You know, I picked this up right away when I walked in the studio because I thought it was just such a beautiful look. And there was something really interesting about it because even though it's surrounded by diamonds, it's not the standard round shape. It's got this beautiful kind of offset design. It's really kind of it's not even super straight edges. So it's kind of got this beautiful undulation to it. But overall, it's sort of a square set on the edge. So it's a little bit edgy, but it's a little bit soft at the same time. Now, let's talk about this because this one is also set in 10 karat white gold. It's a AAA Lagoon Tourmaline, and you've got the chain included on this one. Yes, you do. Certified and appraised. This is part of our Luxoro collection, which means white gold. And the total carat weight here is 81 points on the tourmaline. And then you have 38 points with a double diamond halo. Look at that. We'll show you the double diamond halo here in just a bit. But oh my gosh, the chain is included. Now, everyday price on this is at Shop LC is $17.99. Okay, chain's included, ready to go. Regular retail estimation on this is about $9,000. You're looking at rare. You're looking at exotic. You're looking at unusual and difficult to find. This is one of the things I love about our team. Just behind the scenes, the management team, just a bunch of crazy rock hounds who love bringing you the deals. This is the kind of gemstone that most companies can't source, can't be bothered. It's very rare. If I've got to send product out to 100 stores nationwide, I'm not so sure I can do that because these are very small parcels. So you're looking at something that because it's difficult to source, it really is our niche. We really thrive on finding these kind of deals for you and bringing them home and just making it common sense. So let's talk about the live stream savings, okay? $17.99. Okay, $17.99.99. Your budget pay right now is at $360. Let's just for fun, see what the savings is. 25%. What does that mean in dollars to you? You can talk percentages all day, but let's make it real. Let's make it dollars. You just saved $450. If you don't know her ring size, pendant is perfect. You're not sure what shape of an earring she prefers. A pendant is marvelous. It just is a super flattering, elegant way to show off an incredible jewelry piece and to show off what you really, jewelry can express emotions that you just can't find words to say. To create a memory that is spanning a lifetime. Really, just gorgeous. All right, $450. So 25%, when you type in live 25, you saved 25%. And I love translating 25% into dollars saved. It becomes not a concept then. The concept of saving 25% hits differently than, oh, you just saved $450. Now, $450, that's got a little punch to it, okay? I like the sound of that, right? Let's adjust your price. The price goes down to $1,350. Your budget pay, which is $360, goes down to $270, which means you're saving $90 on every single budget pay. But we do ask you to lock it in now. And when you lock it in now, you get those two wonderful options. Option number one, you get the 30-day happiness guarantee, that big 30-day window, which gives you breathing room. If you keep it, great. If you send it back, no questions asked. That's okay. But you know what? A lot of people, most things stick, because I think once you get it home, you realize what an important thing it is, what an incredible value it is. And you just say, oh my gosh, I'm just going to marinate in this. And you go back to the website, you look at that $9,000 price ticket and you go, you know what? I'm making 5 payments of $270. What's not to love? They're gorgeous. They really, really are. The chain is included. By the way, the appraisal report, it's only $4,400. Yeah, only $4,400. And again, you're taking it home for 5 payments of $270. And if you have another idea, you want to learn about PayPal credit, or you have another option that you'd like to use, gosh, talk to the personal shoppers. 888-835-2237. Okay. Customer service can help you out as well, but personal shopping I love because you'll develop a personal relationship with your personal shopper, and they'll just be your jewelry person. They'll be your go-to. I love it. Really, really love it. Okay, my friends, I'm going to put this back on. There we go. And we're going to keep moving and grooving here, my friends. Thank you very much for joining me today on the live stream. Now, we've got a beautiful special edition piece coming up next. And oh my gosh. Okay, this one. This is a tourmaline double dip. This is a tourmaline OMG moment. When we talk about stones that are either difficult to find or mined out, if you're a rockhound nerd, if you're a gemstone geek, and I say the word Paraíba tourmaline to you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Paraíba tourmalines came around back in the 1980s, and it was one little grouping of tourmalines that had this very, very unique, almost neon glow. That's how they're very often described, as a neon color. And gemologists and scientists figured out that neon glow, and they were mostly shades of blue or green or sort of blue-green, they realized that the element in the crystal matrix of Paraíba tourmalines was actually copper. So sometimes they're referred to as copper-bearing tourmalines. You can't always tell sometimes that something comes from a particular mine. So gemologists, rockhound geek speak on this would be cuprite-bearing or copper-bearing tourmaline. Call it what you will. I mean, it's nothing short of amazing. I mean, that beautiful, some people, back in the day, we used to call it Windex blue, or we would call it mouthwash blue, because, those two colors in everyday products, those two colors are notorious for having that kind of glowing color. It's almost an unreal color. You know that the color of Windex is a man-made color. You know that the color of that minty mouthwash, whether it's minty blue or minty green, you know that that's a man-made color, right? You know that. But this is Mother Nature working in a messy kitchen in one location to give us an incredible gemstone experience. And to this day, they are legendary. Now, when I was in gemology classes out at GIA back in the 80s, these bad boys were, maybe they were $100 a carat. Okay. In today's world, the high end of Paraíba tourmaline, $10,000, $15,000 per carat. So they have multiplied vastly. And that's why this is such an amazing deal. Now, on the side, you have a little heart-shaped collection. Okay, you can see that beautiful heart shape. And each one of those has 5 of those Paraíba tourmalines. When you're talking about a color that's got that much pop to it, honestly, you don't need a lot of stones, because this color is just so striking. Gosh, it's almost like a Paul Newman blue-eyed blue. It's just gorgeous. All right, these are set in 10 karat white gold. They're AAA on the Lagoon Tourmaline. There's a lot of color on that, my friends, and a lot of beautiful clarity. So we could negotiate that all the way back and forth throughout the day. But let's just take a look at your savings on this one. Right around $11,000 if you're going to talk luxury retailer. And I'm telling you, that 1-2 punch of the Lagoon and the Paraíba accents is just so gorgeous. Honestly, it looks like a piece that you had custom designed. It looks like you have a designer on speed dial. But let's talk about the savings. Our everyday low price on this one is $1999.99. 25% savings means that you're saving $500. Just like that. $500. Yeah. That's not maybe. That's not if everything lines up. You type in the code livestream25. That's all it takes to earn a $500 savings. Wow. That's crazy. That's wonderful. Now, that means your price on this comes down to around $1,500. Divided by 5 budget payments is a $300 budget pay. Sometimes I'm punching in the numbers and my brain is already going, wow, a $500 budget pay. That's so gorgeous. The center tourmaline, The center tourmaline is 92 points. The Paraiba tourmaline is going to be 7 points. You have 10 stones altogether, so they're almost 1 point each. And then you have 22 points of white diamonds. And the look is nothing less than gorgeous. Beautiful. I mean, that's an everyday driver, right? I mean, that's just beautiful. Now, not a lot of these to go around as well. You're going to find that a lot of these are officially last in stock. It looks like we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and the total quantity looks like it's about 9. Yeah, single digits, my friends. And that's why we can pull these out and do these in the live stream show. These are pieces that may not make it back into the regular television lineup because they're so limited in quantity. But definitely worth sharing, and definitely collectible, and definitely an incredible value. Thanks for joining us, my friends. Remember, we are here on the live stream now on a regular basis, and you can go back and watch the live streams by clicking on the live stream portion of the Shop LC website or the Shop LC app. You can do all sorts of things now on the Shop LC app, including getting registered for all the great promotions. There are daily coupon deals. The $1 rising auctions are fabulous. We've got a pre-Thanksgiving sweepstakes going on right now. Somebody wins a great prize every single day. Let me see if I can see what it is today. And you can enter once a day. Let's see. Oh, okay. There's holiday steals at 50% off. I'm looking at that the minute that I pull up the app. So beautiful. We've got deals on lab-grown diamonds. There are deals on sterling silver today. There are clearance deals. And seriously, my friends, some of those are just amazing. So I love that you're watching us on the live stream. Okay, today's prize on the live stream on the sweepstakes is, hold on. I'm going to tell you about it. I can't see it. There's also a list of prize winners as well. Is that sterling silver? Oh, no. Today it's the Apple AirPod Pro 3. That's the prize today. There it is. That's today's prize. Now somebody's going to win the grand prize, okay, on the 26th. So you can enter once a day through 11/26. Okay. So the Thanksgiving countdown sweepstakes, we are counting it down. Yes, we are. We are counting it down to turkey dressing. Yes, we are. Okay. Thanks for joining us again. Like I said, and I only bring that up because I just want you to get the whole Shop LC experience, because there's so many layers and layers and layers of fun and savings with every single item. Okay. Now, one of those ways that we add lots and lots of value is by giving you opportunities to layer the savings over and over and over. Now, this is a special edition piece. And I love this chain because it is that easy to straighten it out. This is going to be kind of a Singapore chain. And it has a lobster claw clasp. A Singapore is a little bit like a rope chain, but the links are put together with just a little bit more movement in between them. So it's got this beautiful sort of lazy kind of movement. It's not all tight like a rope chain. It's a little bit more relaxed, okay? Which I love, of course. It's like the boyfriend jean version of rope chains, if you will. Okay. Big, large, monster deal on this one, okay? Because this is in Luxoro, and it also has an appraisal report, certified and appraised. This is a Luxoro piece, and it's in 10 karat white gold, super affordable. The chain is included, okay, so that's crazy. And the center tourmaline is 3/4 of a carat. Now you have 37 points of diamonds, and you have a double diamond halo. It's one thing just to have a 3/4 carat stone, and the visibility there is great. But if you're standing on the stage and think about just standing in the auditorium by yourself on the stage, that's one thing. But when you turn on the floodlights and you step into that spotlight, all of a sudden, there you are, very, very visible. And that's what a halo does. It adds the spotlight to that center stone. And it really shows it off, which means 3/4 of a carat all of a sudden looks huge. Now, don't get me wrong. 3/4 of a carat is a very, very nice size. But man, you can't beat it when you have instant spotlight of 2 diamond halos. Gorgeous. Now, we have a ring to match. The pendant chain combo is going to be shop 5, right? Oh, shop 6. Is it 5 or 6? Hold on.
Should be 5. Should be 6 and 7.
Okay, shop 6. Shop 6 is going to be the pendant, and shop 7 is the ring. And I'm going to show them to you side by side because not only they are the same parcel, but they share the same design on the top. So you can see that those are definitely 2 peas in a pod. You can see that right away. You can tell, oh yeah, those match for sure. In fact, if I do this and I turn the ring so that you see what it looks like this, now you see, oh, for sure, they are the same piece. Look at that. So pretty. And there's your chain with the lobster claw clasp. All right. $17.79. Okay. 25% savings. You save $450. Okay. Wow, DJ. I mean, this is like amazing. $13.50 divided by 5 means it's $270. $270. Your chain is included. It's set in gold. The grading report, the appraisal is $5,300. $5,300. And you get the legacy card, and you get the grading report and the appraisal. Okay, this one also is eligible for the Secure Shield. So if you want the extra insurance on it, you can easily buy that. But can I just for a second say stop it already and let me show you the back of this, because you're going to see that there's a very fancy kind of cursive L, and that tells you that it's Luxoro. So we've just started signing each one of our collections with a beautiful signature in the back of it. So you've got the kind of fancy cursive L, which is the heart and the center point of that mounting. Okay, now we've got the ring to match, and I believe there is a bundle and save on this. Am I correct, DJ?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, hold on.
I love me some bundle and save.
Let me check the pendant. Oh, there's not. That's weird.
Okay. Now, I think there's supposed to be a bundle and save. So here's what I want you to do. If you love these pieces, I want you to call Personal Shopper, okay? Grab a screenshot right there, because the pendant, which we're doing right now, is shop 7. The ring is going to be shop 8. And I really think that they're probably supposed to be a bundle and save. So if you're interested, reach out to the Personal Shoppers. Please tell them Becky told you to call 888-835-2237. So we're going to be moving on from this one. Remember, you get the gradle, you get the appraisal and the certificate with that as well. So we're going to move on from that one, and the chain is included, and the budget pay is $270. Wow and wow and oh my gosh. But we're going to doing the ring next, which is shop 8. So are you ready? Are you ready? They're going to know. They're not going to know. You know, that whole thing. Okay, again, 79 points in the center, 37 points on the ring. I really think these are supposed to be bundle and save, but we're going to move on to the ring, which is going to be shop 8, all right? And wait until you see the price on this one as well. Oh, by the way, yeah, just to review, the price on the pendant was, I think, $5,300. Yeah, $5,300. That's so good. So good. Yay. And the chain is included. Yay. You know what? These are great deals. If you want to build to, ship to. So if you've got a different shipping address, you're thinking that I want to send this across the mile, somebody's not going to be home, or you're celebrating a November birthday or December birthday, talk to the personal shopping team. They'll send it wherever you need it. They'll send the thing, they'll send the piece to them, and they'll send the bill to you. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Shop 8 is going to be the matching ring. And it's also Luxoro, and it's also signed with that cursive L. I love it. And the centerpiece is, I'm telling you, it matches for sure the ring. So we'll move on to the ring. Shop 7, if you want the pendant chain combo, you get both of them. And shop 8, we're going to move on to the ring. Now, the ring is available in 6, 7, and 8. Okay, no, 6, 8, and 9. So it looks like 7 might not be available. And this one is done in DeJoy with Pure New Lagoon Tourmaline. Oh, you know what? I get it now. Okay, the pendant has diamonds, This one has moissanite. So they might not be, it might not be a bundle and save. I'm just saying. I'm not mad at it if it isn't. But the same deal is happening on this one. Okay. So let me just make a note on that. But beautiful, gorgeous color on this one. Now, this one also has an appraisal. Certified and appraised. No, I'm sorry. This is diamonds. What did I say moissanite? Did I get that wrong? Did I get that wrong? Hold on. TJ, do I have the right piece? Let's see. Hold on. I gotta get the expert here. Is that the right one?
Yeah, that's the right one, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, let me double check.
Oh, you know what? It's there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Yes. Look at the right page, Becky. Okay. All right. Yes. Same deal. This one is going to be same price, same fantastic value, $17.99, same construct all the way around. So for sure, call Personal Shopper if you want to ask about a bundle and save. I would say do it right now because we have 5 of the pendants, 5 of the rings. So that means we have 5 bundle and saves. Maybe not even that one by now. Appraisal on this one is also $5,300. Thank you, DJ. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Nobody's confused, but I get confused. Okay, your budget pay on this one is $270. So your budget pay goes from $360 to $270, which means a $90 savings on every single budget pay. They're both set in white gold. They're strong. They're sturdy. Those tourmalines are super rare and super exotic. And you know what? We started out the show by talking about color. And you can definitely see that there is something strikingly unique and unusual about the pure new tourmalines. They are legendary. And I really think that, you know, if you listen to your heart on these, the minute that you see something that you say, oh gosh, that's so interesting, I just want to get that home, just get it home. Okay. That one is going to be Shop 8. And it's a Luxoro piece. When you hear the word Luxoro here at Shop LC, it means that the mounting is done in gold. Sometimes it's 14, sometimes it's 10, but Luxoro means luxurious gold. All right. So thank you for being out there and joining me today for the live stream. All right. Oof. Okay. I got it straight. I did. Now, okay. Let me look at the back side of this one. Yeah. Now, I think we do one thing. Seriously, I think we do one thing better than anybody else in the whole wide world. And that is we open the doors and we invite everybody to the table of jewelry shopping. And this is going to exactly prove to you why I was confused. Okay? So, if you look at these from across the room, DJ, can you tell which is which?
They do look great.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me? Can you tell me by looking at any angle which is gold and which is white gold and which is sterling silver? And the answer is no. N-O. And this is what I love. You know, if you walk through the mall and you look at this store and that mall, that store and that store, and then you go into the department store and you look at all the jewelry sections, okay, what you're going to find is that some jewelry shoppers are shut out. You're shut out. If you don't have a super massive budget, you don't have a bunch of money to spend, there are a lot of stores now which they got nothing for you, okay? So you wind up feeling like, oh, well, all I can do is just buy costume jewelry. I can just buy the look-alike or the fake stuff. And that, there's a time and a place for everything, okay? But I'm going to tell you something. You would be one of these is, I don't know, $1,800, appraised at $5,300. This one, our everyday price on this one, and this is why I was confused, because from the top, they look very similar, and I got lots of lights, okay? I'm not good in bright lights with these glasses, and these got lots of similarities, so they look very similar. And that is the secret sauce of what we do at Shop LC. Now, this one is not certified, okay? And it is not appraised. And I'm going to tell you something. It doesn't make a single difference to me. because you're getting an incredible value on this. That's the bottom line. It's all about the value. And this is something that is elegant and it's sophisticated and it's well made and it's deliberately gorgeous by design. That's the thing I love. We didn't, oh yeah, look at a promise, done deal. This person's not going to spend very much. Do whatever the best you can. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that because we're not getting a lot. We're not making a big dollar on this. Here's the thing. We want you to be our customer for a lifetime. We want to be your family jeweler. And that's why we are very deliberate and very painstaking and very intentional with every single piece. The pieces that have the DeJoy logo, that's our brand. We don't make those for anybody else. Now, if you find somebody reselling them, that's a whole other story. But we sell them to our audience. We are reseller friendly. So some people do buy to resell. That's a whole other thing. But when you buy it direct from the source, when you buy it from Shop LC, you're buying it from the manufacturer. That's not the experience that you get in the other places you can buy jewelry from because they have to pass through middlemen. Very few places in today's world go to the great lengths to source and facet and design and produce jewelry every step along the way. Almost nobody that I know of in today's world. Okay. Your price on this one today, before we even budge a penny, it's at $2,700, $2,699.99 is what you might expect to pay retail. Remember what we said earlier? Silver, platinum, gold, all precious metals in today's world, all more expensive and more valuable than they've ever been. Pick the spot that suits your budget and enjoy the ride. Okay. But this one is set in sterling silver. Okay. It's 925 sterling. And that center stone, let's see, the center stone altogether is a carat 50, but you've got moissanite around the halo, and moissanite is 2.5 times more fire than a diamond. So this is not a slouch, okay? This is a very elegant piece that you can feel good about buying for yourself, about wearing every day, or maybe it's that special gift for that special someone. You can feel good about any of those scenarios. There are 42 moissanites for 42 points, and they're all full cuts as well. The tourmaline is 86 points. So just a little under a carat, which means it's a super great deal. It would be a different price category if we're over a carat. So again, that's a very budget conscious move. You don't really see the difference in the carat weight there, but the difference shows up in the price tag. So at $2,700, which is where we really should be, and if you go back up to the price again, please, DJ. Your $2,700 suggested retail on this is a Shop LC price direct from the manufacturer at $379. And that's before we do your live 25. So your live stream 25 price on this is going to take the idea of saving 25% and it's going to realize your savings at $95. You're saving $95. Now, we're starting at $379.99. You take $95 off of that, you're at $285. You even have, okay, let me show you this. On this one, which is the more expensive white gold piece, this just has white gold on the shoulders. This, you have sterling silver, and it is absolutely decked out with another layer of moissanite baguettes. More sparkle. $285. Which is today's price, locked in for 48 hours, divided by 5, $57. $57 for a piece that has elegance and sophistication. It's absolutely regal in the attention to detail. And this is absolutely what I love about Shop LC. Seriously, man, those two silhouettes are so similar. There's no way that anybody seeing either one of those would mistake them for anything other than very, very, very fine jewelry. They're beautiful. And to think that you can take it home for less than $2 a day for 5 months. Yes, please, and thank you. That is what I love about Shop LC. Now, this one is going to have DeJoy in the logo, and on the under gallery right there, it'll have a D. That's a new development. We've started signing them with the letter of the brand right underneath the gallery. So right underneath there, it's going to have a D for DeJoy. I'm telling you what. You don't have to spend a lot of money to look like you spent a fortune, okay? You don't have to have a trust. You don't have to be a trust fund baby to look like you're a trust fund baby. You start adding rare exotic gemstones to your wardrobe like pure new tourmaline, and people are going to think you won the lottery. You know that little thing on social media that says, if I win the lottery, I wouldn't tell anybody, but there would be signs. It's that kind of gorgeous. All right, that one's going to be shop 9, but don't sleep on that one. That's a really great deal. Lock in the Live 25 discount, lock in the reduced payment on the budget pay, and lock in pure new tourmaline with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Yes, please, and thank you. Oh, my goodness gracious. I do get way excited about this. And you know what? I don't even apologize for that, because I love what I do. I love teaching you about it. I love helping you, make these decisions about what to buy and how to shop and how to put it all together and how to, why does it matter? Why do those details matter? They matter because the process of manufacturing it, that's a big deal. That's time. That's intention. That's labor. Okay. Ooh, DJ.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. I'm going to get off the soapbox now, y'all. Okay. I'm back to just plain old Becky now. But I still feel that way in my heart of hearts. I mean, seriously, my friends, what you see is what you get with this old girl. I'm going to tell you something right now. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it, and I certainly wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. So there you go. Okay, now, is there something else going on with this one?
There we go.
Okay, so here we go. The bundle and save is locked and loaded, my friends. You know what? Let me show you this way. Oh, no, I'll do it like this. Same. Okay, the shoulders of the ring become the bail. So you've got this gorgeous elongated drizzle of moissanite on the bail. It's a movable bail, so it is going to float beautifully on the neckline. Okay, so absolutely gorgeous. And it's the same. You can see that the back is the same. Look at the light transmitting through that stone. Did you see that flash of blue? Wow, that's gorgeous. It just lit up when I turned it in the lights here in the studio. It's so gorgeous. All right. Same on this one? Yep, $379. So your budget pay on each of these is going to be $57 because it's the same math. Okay, so you're saving that 25%, which is $95 savings on each one of those. Now, here's the thing: when we do a bundle and save, if you weren't watching during the live stream, you would bundle and save, and you would save 10%. Okay. In the moissanite rings, we have 8, and in the pendantes, let's see. Pardon me for one momentito. In the pendant, we have 4. So we've got 4 bundle and save options. So here's the deal. You bundle and save on both of them. That 10% savings drops the price down to $683. Okay, so let's start from $683. Okay. Yep, $683. And then we're going to take 25% off of both of them when you bundle them. You get 25% there, and you get 25% there. That means your $683.98 should be $759, but the 10% gets you down to $683. Then we save 25%, and another $171 stays in your pocketbook. Okay, that means the bundle goes down to $513. Yeah, $513. Then, if you want both of them at $513, you can add another layer of savings and value and put them on budget pay. 5 payments on the budget pay means it goes down to $102. Yeah, that is a color. Don't apologize. It looks luxurious. Don't apologize. It looks rich. It's obviously well made. I mean, you can see the attention to detail. The attention to detail. Are you ever stuck in traffic sometimes and you see a car where like it just shines? The hubcaps gleam and the windows are clean and the car is all shiny because somebody took care of it, and you think, wow, that looks great because the details have been done. The details are done and done. Yeah, that's that. It's that. All right. Man, what a great deal. What a great bundle. It takes it down. The budget pay takes it to $102, which means your budget pay is going to be about your daily on that is going to be about $9 and change. I'm going to guesstimate $9.50 a day. And these are in sterling silver. There's a lot of jewelry that's been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years, and it's made out of sterling silver. So you still have a wonderful level of reliability and wearability in sterling silver, and you get a great value. And that's really what it's all about. It's not about just throw something together and it's not a really big price. It's not about that. It is about the price, but what do you get for what you're spending? And we really do deliver such great value in every single piece, every single time. Wow, so good, so happy. Okay, and those have moissanite. So listen, I'm a diamond grader. Spent some time teaching diamond grading at GIA, but I'm going to be the first girl to tell you moissanite is a fantastic option. If diamonds aren't in the price point, that's earth mined or lab grown, both wonderful options. But still, I love the way that you just have such that wonderful feel-good jewelry experience. This is an industry of celebration. There aren't many people there aren't many industries that are like that. If you work at a hardware store and you sell refrigerators for a living, yeah, you probably feel at the end of the day like you did a good thing. But there's just nothing like the feeling of knowing that most pieces bought in this industry are to celebrate something. Maybe it's just you celebrating certain milestone, whatever you've done. Maybe you've spent 6 months walking your 7,500 steps a day. Reward yourself with something beautiful because it's affordable and because you deserved it and you earned it and you're worth it. All right? Absolutely. Okay. DeJoy. Remember, DeJoy means sterling silver. D''Joy. It's our whole motto reduced to 4 little letters, but it's still very powerful. It stands for delivering joy. D''Joy. And I wish, DJ, that I knew who in the company had come up with that, because we had a company-wide contest and somebody came up with that. I think it's just such a smart description. You're going to notice a little bit of kind of a sunburst design on this one. This one is going to be shop 10. The center tourmaline is a beautiful cushion cut. And let's see, also finished out with moissanite. And I love this design. The little spacing here just adds a little bit of design drama. It gives it a beautiful sort of fanned out effect. You can see the center tourmaline is surrounded by a gorgeous halo of moissanite, which gives you so much sparkle and presentation. $5.99 is the regular price on this one. Retail on this might be around $1,900, $2,000. And again, it depends on the retailer, because it could be more, it could be less, but average marketplace estimated at about $2,000. I can definitely see that. I can see this on your hand. I can see this in your collection. 1 carat total. That moissanite looks like it's going to be about a 6x4 or a 7x5. So you've got about probably 3/4 of a carat in the center tourmaline. And it really is all about that color, that clarity, and the visibility of that blue color. It's such a beautiful, deep, rich jewelry experience to own this stone. Set in sterling silver, finished off with rhodium. Your Shop LC price is 5 payments of $120, okay? But let's, again, translate 25% to let's just translate that from a random concept of a percentage to dollars saved, okay? Because that translates to $150 in your savings. Yeah, so that takes it down to $450. And then we do 5 budget pays, which means it's a $90 budget pay instead of $120. Now, $5.99, moissanite is pricey. Why? Because it's beautiful. That's why. Many people buy moissanite, and a lot of people have said, you know what, I don't wear diamonds anymore because I just love the fact that I get 2.5 times more fire from a moissanite. I respect that. I love that. I have diamonds. I have earth mine diamonds. I have lab grown diamonds. I have cubic zirconia. I have white topaz. I have petalite. I'm just fascinated by beautiful, sparkling white stones. I don't know what it is. I've stopped trying to figure it out a long time ago. I just love them. But when you start talking about saving $150, that is remarkable. So your budget pay goes down to $90. Now that's $3 a day. Yeah. Get it home. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, and it just looks fabulous. It's an absolutely rich, luxurious design. And again, It's the attention to detail. I mean, absolutely meticulous in making sure that the stones are in the right place. The symmetry of the stones is beautiful. The way that they match. You know, moissanite is a trade name for a mineral called silicon carbide. It's got unique optical properties, unique physical characteristics that set it apart from every other white gemstone. Moissanite in the jewelry industry is all grown in controlled laboratory environment, even the big companies that charge a lot for it. It just so happens that moissanite is very susceptible to something that we like to call the pretty tax or the pretty price. It looks good, it's in big demand, and very often it gets marked up, it gets marked up, it gets marked up. Here we are, Shop LC, bringing you the details, the information, the behind-the-scenes story, the industry insider scoop, if you will, and still it's $3 a day. $3 a day. This one is shop 10 or shop 11? Shop 10?
This is,
12.
12, yes.
Shop 12. That pure new tourmaline is gorgeous. And again, I mean, just think what we've done in this collection. There are price points here for every single jewelry shopper, but every single piece is equally gorgeous. So different price points, but there is an equanimity in this process that I think you just don't get anywhere else. And I'm completely comfortable saying that. Completely comfortable saying that. Okay, we're moving on. That one is shop 12. All right, coming up next. Oh, this design is gorgeous. Take a look at this design. This one looks almost like a beautiful starburst. It's just gorgeous. Again, that pure no tourmaline just draws you in. It's immediately eye-catching. You know right away that there's something really exotic, something very rare, something wonderful about it. This one is the same combination. It's the DeJoy brand. It's sterling silver, and it's finished off, I believe, with rhodium. Yes, it is. A very expensive member of the platinum family, I might add. And it's going to be the same $90 price point. Estimated retail price on this one is about $5,000. You're at $599. You punch in the 25% savings. It's $150 savings when you type in live 25. It's still in the realm of free shipping. Yes, it is. That 48-hour price point, that's that 48-hour limit, that savings is done. That extra $150 is done after 48 hours. This one goes down to a $90 budget pay, which is $450 instead of $599. And it also means that your budget pay goes from $120 to $90, a big $30 savings on every single budget pay. And you've locked in your savings. You've locked in your savings on every budget pay, not just the first one. Okay, so when this price point goes back to its regular Shop LC price, you are already locked in for the savings on every single budget pay. And I like that. That's fabulous. Fabulosity. All right, my friends. Love to hear from you if you're out there. Send me a quick shout out. Remember, the live streams happen 5 times a day, and they're 3 times a day on Saturday and Sunday. You can go back and watch the live streams. They are on the live stream library at shoplc.com or on your app. Oh, by the way, you also have Secure Shield on that one. So you can add 2 years of insurance on that for $65. Many of you, and you know what? We used to not do Secure Shield at all, but you can add that anytime you're shopping, and it gives you a little extra peace of mind, especially if you're going to wear these pieces a lot. So think about that Secure Shield option. And personal shoppers, if you have any questions, 888-835-2237. All right, 888-835-2237. All right, Shop 13 is going to be a jewelry designer's dream. This one is also going to come with an appraisal. This has no platinum, no gold, no sterling silver. We are waiting on you to design your dream piece with this massive, loose, Perinu Lagoon Tourmaline. This one is a 9x7, so it's a calibrated cut, which means it's going to be easy to work with. You've got 2.5 carats, quad A, excellent cutting on this one, and it is eye clean. And it's not just eye clean. I'm going to leave it in the presentation box, but you can see not only is it eye clean, but it is incredibly deep and saturated. Better to look at the top, I think, there. Thank you for that. But just absolutely gorgeous. Look at how transparent that is. That is so rare for tourmalines. Tourmalines they're sort of in the same category as emeralds. They show up with all sorts of characteristics on the inside, okay? Not that that's a bad thing, but when you know that when you know that a gemstone, that's its normal habit, that's its normal characteristics, and then all of a sudden it shows up and it's almost pristine. I mean, the clarity on these is gorgeous. And listen, this is not a small stone. This is 2.5 carats. Believe me, if there was something that were eye visible in there, I would not be able to hide it. That stone, what size screen are you looking at this on? Put that on, get the Shop LC app on your phone, watch the live stream on YouTube, and put the YouTube app on your big screen TV. If there were something that you could see in that, you'd see it. You're looking at this now at an upsized photo that's way bigger than the 10x magnification we normally use for identifying gemstones in this world. Maybe we'll get crazy every once in a while and go up to 30, but oh my gosh. Now, did you know that we create custom pieces? We kicked off a program this year after many, many years of customer requests. We're like begging and pleading, and we're happy to do it. But what a great idea. You buy your loose stone, your loose gemstone treasure, and we work with you to create a custom jewelry experience, okay? Personal shoppers can help you out with that. 888-835-2237. Now, this one is appraised, okay? But you're looking at about $13,000. Now, 2.5 carats. Turned on, Becky. 13,000 at 2.5 carats is about $5,000 a carat. What did I tell you about Aqua tourmaline? Sometimes they go for as much as $10,000 a carat. It's a rare color. It's an exotic color. It was a single source color for most of its lifespan. Same situation here, folks, okay? This color is gorgeous, and the appraisal is $6,250, okay? Now, again, depends on where you're shopping. That retail price could be anything in the whole wide world. There's no standardization on any of these items. It's really what anybody can ask and what anybody will pay. But knowing what we know as decades in this industry across the globe, that's a fair middle of the road. Okay, let's forget about retail. All right, let's forget about retail. Your Shop LC price on this is not $5,000 a carat. In fact, you're at about $1,800 for the stone, okay? If I divide that by 2.5 carats, instead of $5,000 a carat, you're at about $720 a carat. Gorgeous. So your price on this, before we turn that live 25 into dollars, your price is $1799.99. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. Let's do dollars, okay? The dollars are $450. So it's already priced at, about 80% off of what a normal luxury retail would be. And it's down to, that's not right. It's down to $1,350 for the stone. I'm not talking about per carat now. I'm talking about $1,350 for the entire 2.5 carat gorgeous specimen. That is beautiful. Okay, this one is going to be shop 13. Oh, shop 14. I believe. Shop 14? Oh, shop 12? What am I? What number am I now?
Shop 12.
Oh, shop 12. Okay. Shop 12. And if we take $1,350 and then divide that by 5, oh man, no way. $1,350 divided by 5 budget pays is $270. And we will help you design, and we will help you create a beautiful custom-made piece. Talk about the ultimate jewelry experience. Man, if you're shopping for an engagement ring, ladies, and you're saying to yourself, I really don't want the diamond. I'm a non-traditional gal. I want something non-traditional. A top-quality gemstone is just so smart, because a whole different price point than diamonds for sure, but just absolutely gorgeous. We have small parcel on these, less than 20. Okay, less than 20 of these. Gosh, that'd be a great earring. Out of the box, of course. This gives you an idea. Speaking of out of the box, this gives you an idea to think out of the box. And also, there are a couple of financial gurus out there who say, listen, if you're looking for some place to put your dollars so that long term, I'm not talking about buying today and selling next year. I'm talking long term. I'm talking you buy it now, you keep all the credentials. Remember, the appraisal comes right along with it. The appraisal is $6,200, $6,250. You buy it, you put it in the safety deposit box, you hang on to it, done. There are a couple of financial gurus out there who are alternative thinkers, and one in particular says, listen, buy precious metal, buy top quality artwork, and buy top quality gemstones. Simple. That's what he's been recommending for years and years. So well done on that. Okay. Remember how I just told you that we had something for everybody? Okay, so let's say you have tourmaline dreams, okay, but you want you've got a more conservative price point. Guess what? You're still in the game, because shop 13 is going to be a smaller piece that has, again, absolutely stunning clarity. I cannot even through the box, I can see the clarity on this. It's got a little piece of tape on the box, so I'm not going to open it up. Each box will come to you sealed. You'll know exactly what you're getting, and each one has the item number on it as well, so you'll know exactly what you're getting, okay? This one is going to be about 60 points, so just a little bit more than half a carat. Now, if you want multiples, let's say you want something for all the grandkids and you want something that's non-traditional, you want something that's really a wow factor. Or listen, I think every family today has, a gemstone collector. Just saying. Everyday price on this is $249. Okay, so let's just talk live 25, because that's good. That's a good savings. That's only good for 24 hours, for 48 hours, and the clock is ticking. All right, 25% means you're saving $62. Okay, $62, and I'm using round numbers, so it may be a little bit different there, but that means this goes down to $187.50. The question is, how many do you want? How many do you want? When Tony and Jessica bring you the loose gemstone shows, I'm telling you something, this is a price point that literally flies out the door. Because for the first time that I know of, and for the only place I know of, you get a chance, even with a modest budget, to collect top quality stones. Top quality color, top quality clarity, beautifully cut stones. Things that hold on to value for the long run, and things, honestly, that always look expensive. Your price on this is $187. $187. I'm going to divide that by 5. Okay, I'm going to divide that by 5. Your budget pay, you still get free shipping on these. Okay, your budget pay goes down to DJ is $37.50.
Oof.
I know. I'm going to round up. Your budget pay goes to $38. How many do you want? Do you want one for a ring, one for a pendant, one for earrings? Yes, you do. We have, you know what? We only have 3. Woo, okay. Very quick sell on that parcel. But this is one of those eye-opening purchases, I think, that a lot of maybe you haven't been shopping with us for a long time. Maybe you're just finding us. Maybe you're finally realizing that we're very serious about everybody plays. This is a place where everybody's welcome at the table, and we work really, really hard to make sure that we're not just about, luxury items and platinum, but we're here also to make sure that every budget gets wonderful. There's a little wow in this collection for every budget, and I really do love that. All right, $37.50 on the budget pay. Come on in. There's only a few of those left. 888-835-2237. Okay. DJ, do we only have a few pieces left? Really?
1, 2. We should have 4 pieces left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I didn't ask you which is your favorite, DJ. I know. It's hard to listen. It's going to be really hard to decide, because these last 4 pieces just have the wow. Okay. And let's see. I think every one of them except the last one. Do I have an appraisal on this guy? The last one? We'll look. But let me talk about this joint cut. Now, every gemstone is a mineral. Okay? It's true. Every gemstone is a mineral. But there's something that a mineral has to have for it to be considered a gemstone. First of all, it has to survive the mining process. What do I mean by that? It has to not get all crushed up and reduced to gravel ore. Okay, number one. Number two, it has to be beautiful. So it has to be durable, it has to be beautiful, and it has to be rare. Wherever you're buying, whatever your price point is, in order for that mineral to be considered a gemstone at any price point, it has to have a certain level of rarity and importance. And all of these pieces have that built in. Whether you're spending $100 or $10,000, every single piece has a certain level of rarity. And when we talk about the 4 C's, color, cut, clarity, carat, weight, that is not designed to tell you that these are the best and these are less than the best. Doesn't work that way. Those are basically negotiating factors. So what it does is it gives the whole process a certain level of grounding, a certain level of equanimity. And some customers are automatically drawn to larger stones. And because they want something larger, they might say, well, I don't care so much about the clarity. I can deal with that, but I just want something that's got a bigger presence. Okay, so I'll compromise a little bit on clarity, but I really want something that's big. Some customers will say, I don't care so much about the clarity. Everybody has that preference, and you don't know that you have that preference until you start looking at it. All that being said, once you go far to the left, you're going back towards the rarity side of the scale. So when you have a stone that's for its category, it's large. When you have a stone for its category that is really, really transparent, it's beautiful crystalline clarity. When you have a stone that's the top quality color, and then you come in with the final finishing, the cherry on the top, so to speak, a gemstone that has been cut by a master gemstone artisan. Not just a gem cutter, a master artisan who understands how to coax the life and the brilliance and the liveliness out of each individual gemstone. Now you are talking about super, super rare. It's not better than any of the others. It's simply there's not a lot of them. And that rarity is what drives the price point. And why did I go through all that? Because that is top tier color. That is top tier clarity. That is top tier cutting. That is top tier size. That tourmaline, the center tourmaline, is almost 3.5 carats. That is gorgeous. And then it's very edgy to cut a tourmaline in this shape. This is not a gemstone that lends itself very often to that shape, but isn't that fabulous? It's remarkably gorgeous. Now this is set in platinum, 950 platinum. We have 3 of these. All right. We're going to include the appraisal, okay, and the grading report, so the certificate and the appraisal. It also has a Rhapsody Legacy card. This is just a summary of what it is, the pieces and the parts. So you have that breakdown. It's repeated on the appraisal as well. Now, retail. If you walked into any global luxury designer, a known design house for jewelry, and you saw this in a showcase, and you saw $35,000 on the price tag, don't faint. Don't faint. That's exactly where it should be. This is a super rare and exotic piece, and I'm so excited to tell you that at Shop LC, it's not that luxury price tag. It's a considered purchase, okay? Because it's platinum. The stone is remarkable in the size, the cutting, and the color, and the clarity. All 4 C's. You got them going on here. Our everyday price is $6,669. You're going to get a 25% savings for the next 48 hours and the last 3 of these. Now, our clearance events are legendary. They go on for about 10 days, sometimes 2 weeks. The clearance events that we bring you are all incredible markdowns, and they are all sales final. It seems like this should be a clearance price. We're going to give you a 25% savings right here, right now, today on this one, but you still have a full 30-day money-back guarantee on this one. So let's see let's take it out of the language of percentages and let's put it in the tangible language of dollars saved. Are you ready? Okay. 25% savings for the next 48 hours means that you take that home for a savings of $1,667. We're going to take that off the price, okay? $1,667. 3 of you can get that deal. If you wait 48 hours, that deal is off the table, okay? $1,667, your everyday price of $6,669, adjusted for the live stream viewing audience, means that it goes down to $5,002. Then we divide that by 5, and your budget pay is $1,000. And I'm using round numbers just to make the process easier, but that is for 3 of those. And my friends, if you wanted to talk about PayPal credit, if you've got another way to get that home and take a look at it. And listen, I know it's not for everybody. This is one of the things I love about Shop LC is giving you this kind of opportunity. It has an appraisal of $10,000. And I would tell you that that's a little bit conservative, okay? Yeah, don't wait around on that one. Get home and get that one while you can. It's just gorgeous. And listen, tourmaline, again, is not very often cut in the trillion cut shape because you have to consider when the gemstone cutter is given each individual crystal to work with, they want to do 2 things. First of all, they want to save as much of the gemstone original carat weight as possible because carat weight equals value. All things being equal, a heavier stone is always worth more money because there's more of it. 5-pound bag of potatoes is always going to be worth more money than a 4-pound bag of potatoes. So weight is important. But there comes a moment where a gemstone cutter realizes I have to trim away a little extra carat weight, but the end result makes a stone that is stunningly beautiful, and that beauty transcends the carat weight lost, and the beauty of the final finished stone becomes an incredible value driving force, and that's exactly what you have here. Now, $35,000, maybe if you were shopping on Rodeo Drive, maybe if you were walking the red carpet somewhere. But for those of us who live in the real world, you've got a luxury item at an unbeatable price. We have 3 of those available. That one is going to be Shop 14. I just lean up to see the number. But gosh, what a beautiful number. What a beautiful piece. Now, if you pick up any of these pieces, let me invite you to join the Shop LC VIP page because I would love to see how this looks on your hand, okay? The Shop LC VIP community is a robust and growing community. Every single day we have new folks joining up, and it's a wonderful place to talk about jewelry, to share your beautiful jewelry collections, to show them off, and to wear them, and to love them, and to enjoy them. So I hope you'll think about doing that. And yes, post a selfie of you wearing your favorite pieces. Absolutely. We have a Gem Fest coming up. I think it's scheduled for December 19th. So if you want to find out about Gem Fest, you can watch the website for updates on that. There have been people that don't know each other, don't live in the same neighborhood, don't live in the same city, and they've met on Shop LC, the Shop LC VIP page, if they meet in person for the first time at Gem Fest. It's just a really great place to meet like-minded people who love jewelry. Okay, remember earlier we had the piece with Lagoon Tourmalines? Well, they're back, and they are back in a big wow way. This one is also certified and appraised, and this is an Asher cut. An Asher cut is a whole different animal because it takes what is basically an emerald cut and it adds other facets on the top and it adds an extra row of facets on the bottom. It was originally created by a diamond cutter, the House of Joseph Asher, who created that. And for the longest time, it was actually a patented cut, so you couldn't. They were the only people that could do it. Well, it's now available for anybody who can use it, and the final end result is just absolutely gorgeous, but beautiful. So you're going to see a smaller table, and you also have the accents of the Lagoon Tourmaline that come in. And you can see, I mean, even in that picture, you can see that they just are gorgeous. And if you look at it on a hand, you don't need a lot of Lagoon Tourmalines to really show up and really show out because it's such a striking color. There is really no other gemstone in the entire world of gemstones that looks like a pot of Eva tourmaline. It's just such a distinctive color. Okay, let's talk about this one. Now, everyday price on this is $57.59.99. That's our clearance price. It has been $63.99.99, but right now it's on sale. So already you're looking at about a $600 discount right now. But we're going to start out, by the way, there are 4 of these. And this is a larger piece. If you wanted to wear it on a pointer finger, gosh, go for it, because it definitely makes a statement. Now, it would be a beautiful bridal piece as well. Either any of those are gorgeous options. And I'm not telling you how to wear it. I'm just giving you some ideas. I hope you're inspired. But let's start the savings from $57.59, okay? And remember, the percentage of 25% off boils down to a savings of $1,440. Now that is amazing. So $1,440 is the discount that you get instantly when you type in Live25 and apply that coupon. We started out at the clearance price of $57.59.99, which means your clearance price for the last, oh goodness gracious, the last two of these, and I think they're probably both a size 9 or 10, the clearance price on this goes down to $43.20. And I'm rounding up, $4,320, and then you can budget pay it. And it's set in platinum. Your budget pay goes down to $864. Hello, gorgeous. Yes, $864. Now, that's a steal. And you also have beautiful diamonds on the shoulders as well. Appraised value on this is $13,400. Yep, 13 points of the pot of Eva tourmaline. You have 60 points of diamonds, and they're all beautiful EF color, VS quality, so pristine color and clarity on the diamonds. And then, of course, the pot of Eva tourmaline is 2.77 carats. Amazing, amazing. There are 2 of those left. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. And here's one of the things. I have to give a big shout out to the design team because they do such great work. The mounting really follows the shape of the diamond. So you've got a cut corner. The mounting has the cut corners as well. So it's the angles of the Astrocut, and I think that the cut corners really soften it a little bit, and they make it an everyday wearable piece. So it's a beautiful piece. It's very, very distinctive. There are 2 remaining, and that is going to be shop 15. Type shop 15 in the comments section below. Hit send. We'll send you back a link to that item and all of its details online at shoplc.com. Really, really gorgeous. Okay. We're going to keep the tourmaline combo going. And the next item, this is what I'm saying, the last 5 pieces are just fantastic in their design element. Now I'm going to show you the 2 pieces together so you can see the difference in how the Astrocut. So the Astrocut is here, and this is a traditional sort of emerald cut or octagon. So you can see they have different personalities altogether. The same type of cut, because the facets are long and lean and they step down. That's why we call it a step cut, because it looks like you're walking down or up the steps. So really, really gorgeous. But you can see that the table or the center facet here is much more elongated because you've got a traditional cut instead of the Astrocut. But oh my goodness gracious, what a beautiful piece. All right, let me put that there. Now, as far as the size of the tourmaline goes, wow. Okay. The tourmaline is magnificent. It's 2.9 carats. And the thing about the emerald cut or the octagon, like you have here, you can't always judge the shape of it. I mean, the shape of it doesn't always indicate the carat weight. What do I mean? What I mean is a round stone that weighs 2.9 carats is going to look smaller because this has a flatter design. So it shows its carat weight and it shows it off. And it's a beautiful shape. I mean, the brilliance that comes out of that, are you seeing the clarity on that? That's exactly how your ring is going to look. It's beautiful clarity. I mean, really, to call this quad A, it should be a 6A or a 7A or a 12A. I mean, it's gorgeous. And again, you're right there on the rarity scale when you're talking about color and clarity and cut and carat weight. It's all just right there and surrounded with top quality diamonds and Paraíba tourmaline as well. So, man, there's just no other way to. We just could not have done this any better. It's just absolutely the best. So let's talk about dollars, okay? We have 4 of these. Certified and appraised. Your starting price at a luxury retailer, $38,000. Every day at Shop LC, $6,600, about $6,700. But it's on clearance right now at $5,359. Okay, so let's talk again. 25% is a number, but let's talk about how that translates to dollars, because that's where the rubber meets the road, my friends. Okay, 25%. When you type in live 25, your price will show an instant savings of $1,340. Okay, that's wow. Okay, hold on. That brings it down to $4,020. And I'm using round numbers, so it may be a little bit different here and there. I rounded up for the sake of punching the calculator. Divided by 5 budget pays if you want, takes it down to $804. Yes. $804 on the budget pay. What an amazing opportunity. Remember, this is our Rhapsody line. This is what we designed. Our design team. I wish I could figure out how long each one of our designers has been doing what they do, because they are absolutely masters at their craft. It starts out as a simple sketch, maybe with colored pencils on a paper. I've been in that room. It's absolutely oozing with inspiration and design and talent. Sheets torn out of magazines and pieces printed off from, important museum collections and crown jewels collections. All of that designed to give them the inspiration to continue to create what seems like an almost endless array of styles and designs that we have for you here at Shop LC. It's a wonderful thing. That design process, you're not paying any extra for that design process. You're not paying a designer. You're not paying for a mold. You're not paying for a sample casting. You're not paying for a model. You're not paying for any of that. That's part of the value that we bring to you in every single piece. That's why we sign the pieces and put them in different brands and categories, so you know exactly the type of piece that you're getting. If it's Rhapsody, you know it's in platinum. If it's Rhapsody, you know it has EFVS diamonds. If it's Rhapsody, you know that whatever that center stone is the top tier in its own unique category. Wow. Okay. There's that moment in every lifetime where you just say, I'm going to go for that. I'm going to reach for the golden ring. I'm going to reach for that. I'm going to reach for the top of the heap. And if any of these today have inspired you to do that, wow, what a time you're living, right? Your budget pay on this is $804. You're going to get the legacy card, which is a summary of all the details, okay? But we kicked it up a notch. Bam! You're going to get the appraisal and the grading report. Now, your appraisal on this is $20,000. Yeah. Your appraisal is $20,000. And it will list everything. It's going to list everything. 2.9 carats in your center quad A, eye clean, excellent cut. Your Paraíba tourmalines, you have a 1/4 carat of one of the most expensive gemstones on the planet, okay? DJ, am I showing the right one? I am not. Look at this. I'm showing this one. Can you put this one?
Yeah.
No, that won't be right. Hold on. I apologize. I got ahead of the game here and I mixed them up because I was trying them on behind the scenes. Shame on you, Becky Booker. Okay. We're saving the big papa for last, the big mama. Okay. This one. But still, look at this. It's 8 grams of platinum. 8 grams of platinum. And okay, this is the one that I don't have the appraisal for. That's how I got it mixed up. Okay. I apologize, guys. I got way excited. That happens a lot. Now, there's one 5-star review on this, and we'll just look at the details. This is the one that there's only 4 of. Well, there's only 4 of those as well. The Paraíba tourmaline accents is coming up in a second. And listen, this is it right there. You can see a double row of those EF VS diamonds. So absolutely gorgeous. And it says certified and appraised, and I apologize, I don't have that appraisal. But can we see it on the, I've got the price right though. This is the one that's 804. I got the numbers right. I got the savings right. So that's fantastic.
Seeing an appraisal, but then also double check to make sure it didn't.
Okay, DJ's gonna double check. Thank you. But this is one of those moments where you say to yourself, listen, everybody deserves one gorgeous, breathtaking, drop dead gorgeous piece.
Yeah,
Everybody.
No appraisal.
No appraisal. Okay. And I apologize, my friends. I don't have the appraisal, but this is a clearance price right now at $5,359. You're taking it home for a budget pay of $804, and that means your savings with the clearance price and the live stream 25 takes it down to $4,020. So if you have any questions whatsoever about this, then please jump on the line to our personal shopping team, 888-835-2237. And DJ, if you could just scroll down for me so I can just double check the center stone weight. 3.3 carats altogether. And let's see, the center stone, 2.6 carats. Okay. And it's going to have the signature Rhapsody R in the platinum mounting on the underside of the ring. So it's 2.6 carats. And then altogether, 2.6, about 60 points of diamonds. Almost 3/4 of a carat of diamonds. Almost 3/4 of a carat of gorgeous diamonds. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the very last item of the show. And yes, I only have 4 of these as well. Wow. You're looking at gemstones, my friends, that really you can say are the end of an era. There's no doubt. Think about it. Think about how many rare exotics we bring you. Think about how many end of the line pieces we bring you. Martha Rocha Kunzite, not a common piece. Santa Maria Aquamarine, if you can find it, good luck. Something like Olmec Jadeite. I mean, there are so many gemstones that we search and search and search. We look for treasures. We look for the unique opportunity. We look for those once in a lifetime moments because that's important. There are once in a lifetime pieces and then there are everyday pieces. And I love the way we give you the opportunity at Shop LC to mix and match both ends of that spectrum. Oh, okay. Coming up, our last item for the show. We have definitely saved a wow factor for the last moment. This one, $39,000. If you walked into one of those fancy red carpet, you got to have the fancy handbag to walk in the door, or the fancy car, or the fancy whatever. What an opportunity, what an experience, what a breathtaking piece. And again, you are not paying a single penny extra for the design, for the extra, for the extra level of rarity, for the extra level of beauty. These are items that go for big dollars because of their uniqueness, because of their rarity, because of their very, very, very exotic look and feel. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. Now, you're buying it straight from the manufacturer at Shop LC. You're buying it straight from the source at Shop LC. Let's talk about savings. Luxury priced at $38,000, $39,000. I think you can see that. Now, the center stone, 2.9 carats. It's a stunningly beautiful piece. The Paraíba apatite, the Paraíba tourmaline. I'm so used to saying Paraíba apatite because we just don't do the Paraíba tourmalines very much at all. 1/4 carat of one of the rarest, most exotic tourmalines ever. Okay. And the Pyrenees tourmaline definitely closing in on that legacy as well. This one is set in 7.2 grams of platinum, 950. Okay. And in addition to that, how about 1/2 carat of really spectacular diamonds? Gorgeous. Okay. 4 of these to go around. This one is going to be Shop 17. Type that below and at least take a look at this. I mean, at least take the tour on this one because it is spectacular. You'll feel like you're looking at a crown jewel because it's just gorgeous. So right now, our everyday price at Shop LC is $9,399. It's already marked down because they're only 4 in stock to $75,1999. We're going to start at $75.19. We're going to figure your live stream 25% savings based on our clearance price. I know, doesn't make sense. Okay. 25% savings. When you type in live 25, it goes from, oh my gosh, I have to write that down. You have an instant savings of $1,880, okay? So you're going to see the clearance price at $7,519 go down to $5,640. That's almost a $2,000 savings, pretty close to $2,000. I do not know a store on the planet, in any jewelry district, in any shopping district, anywhere, which will offer you a 25% savings on a piece like this. These are so rare. These are so beautiful. These are so exotic. These are the kind of pieces that gemstone dealers will find in the mining process one or two at a time. Even a mine that's known to produce these pieces, these, which are strikingly clean, strikingly saturated in color, and then beautifully cut and polished, these are stones that gemstone dealers will cherry pick out of an entire day, days and days, years and years, weeks and weeks of looking, and they'll hold them aside because they are that rare and that exotic. So for us to give you an $1,800 discount, and I know buying it straight from the manufacturer, we could be like every other luxury retailer out there. We could just price the Rhapsody pieces at that price point. That's the going rate. But we don't. Our motto, our promise to you is when we get a good deal, you get a good deal. And that's what we do. We execute on that promise in every single piece, for every single budget, for every single shopper, every single time. So your budget pay goes down to $1,128. Now, I had somebody write in a while back on the Night Owl show, and we were talking about a luxury tanzanite piece. And this person said, I just got a new credit card, and my new credit card from somebody else, not from us. We don't do credit. We don't have a charge account here at Shop LC. We don't invite you to come on in and charge it up. No. This person wrote in and said, I just opened a new charge account, a new charge card. I got a new credit card, and it's 12 months interest free. So if you've got that going on, that's great. If you want to talk about PayPal credit, you can do that as well. Personal shopping is the place to have that conversation, and I encourage you to do that. 888-835-2237. Okay, have that conversation, because this is the place at Shop LC where not only do you dream, but very often we see in so many cases on the daily, dreams become reality. We work really hard to make sure that you get home a piece that can appraise for $20,000. It can be seen at a luxury retailer for $38,000, $39,000, who knows how many thousands of dollars, and we just bring it home to you with a big old dose of common sense and happiness. And if you wanted to wear that on a pointer finger, oh my gosh, that would be great as well. Okay, my friends, the Sure Shield is available on every single piece. We have had an entire 2-hour collection of pure new tourmaline. That is all free shipping. It's all 25% off. And those prices are good for 48 hours. Please like, follow, and share. And thank you so much for tuning in. However you're finding us, it's nice to have you out there. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. The TikTok show is done separately now. But we just love having you out there in the audience and knowing that we're just a little helper along the way for all of those wonderful things that you're celebrating or enjoying or maybe even saving. So thanks a bunch, everybody. My name is Becky Booker, and it's been my distinct privilege to hopefully introduce you to not only pure new tourmaline, but to some of our incredible brands that give you value and variety every single day here at Shop LC. All right, bye for now, everybody. See you soon, and enjoy that savings, because these are rare and exotic gemstones that do not last in this collection. Bye for now.